Things will be changing on this channel, and I'm going to keep it as brief as I can just because I want to show you some pretty cool and exciting plants that I have. But when does a collection become too much? Well, it's become too much to handle. So let's check it out. Over the last few years, I've changed this empty portion of my basement into quite literally a little tropical jungle here. But with the constraints of time, I started a new job, plus I'm battling a thrip infestation. I'm gonna be focusing a lot of my attention on just a few varieties of plants. As you may or may not have noticed, I haven't really bought any new plants for quite some time, and I'm really gonna be focusing my attention on three main types of plants. One of them being the Epiprenum or pothos, so there's many different varieties. This one is the Marble Queen pothos. What an absolutely beautiful leaf. I'll be talking more about my plank system here as well. This is a little propagation window, which I'll make another video explaining in more detail my little invention here. The other plants, genus or type of plants I'm gonna be focusing on are Monsteras. Here is my large water-grown Monstera. This one's been in just straight water for the last couple of years. I do have an extremely exciting Monstera that I want to show you here in a couple minutes. The other category is cactus and succulents. This is a jade experiment that I'm doing right now. I'll also have some of my favorite philodendrons and orchids and stuff like that. But for new plants, those are the three that I'll be limiting my purchases to, which will again be very limited down the road. But that's going to be my focus with the channel going forward is just maintaining the plants that I have. The thrip issue has pretty much decimated my anthurium collection. I've cut back pretty much every single leaf, and the new ones, most of them, will come out deformed like this. So I really don't have high hopes for the anthurium cabinet, and honestly, it is exhausting. Cutting back all of these plants and just having them look like absolute garbage. So for a video down the road, I might see if I can combine as many of these anthuriums into one pot. If it survives and it grows, then it's going to be, you know, something really cool. Plants like this Mandula pothos are ones that I'm going to be focusing on. Like, look at these beautiful leaves. What an absolutely beautiful plant. So I'll be continuing to grow them up either the plank system or the moss pole. But what an absolutely beautiful plant. Now, we do lots of camping and outdoor stuff in the summertime. So I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago I came back, and pretty much all of these plants behind me here on the plant shelf, they were wilting. Some of the leaves, they had already turned yellow and pretty much fallen off, died back. So now to the exciting stuff. This Monstera right here has been on my wish list for probably the last few years. And there are two other Monsteras that are still on my wish list. I'm searching for the Monstera Maryland. It's a green and yellow, very similar to the Aurea, but it has more yellow in the leaves. And then the Monstera Brazil form. And then this one, which I picked up about a week ago, this is the Monstera Sierrana, something like that, but I'll leave it down in the video here. I actually have to give credit to Lee from Killis Plant because he messaged me while I was camping and said that this plant was in a local plant shop in Toronto. But I reached out to a couple local plant shops, and one of them was actually getting it in kind of like the next day. So when I got back from camping, I ran down there, picked this up, and surprisingly enough, they're not sold out. So I might even go back to get another one. It's just a regular green variety, but the I guess the fenestrations, or whatever you want to call these slits, they're more pronounced. They're quite large compared to the regular Monstera deliciosa. So this is one that I'm really excited to show or to have on the channel. Absolutely gorgeous. These two latest leaves. Yeah, my plan is to eventually put it on either a support stake or moss pole and see this grow. So I may pick up another one. I don't know. We'll see. But this one was $45. I'll quickly go over some other Monsteras that I have. This little guy right here, not looking the greatest because of thrips. This is the Monstera Mint. I've already cut back all of the leaves once already, but you can see there is quite a bit of damage to this one. The newest leaf, Again, it's not looking the greatest. I'm not going to cut it back. I'm just going to continue treating it, and hopefully I can get a hold or control of these thrips, and eventually it can just continue to keep sizing up. So I'm going to leave it alone and just let it grow. So right now it's in pawn, but isn't this the cutest little leaf with a fenestration? So literally in the corner of my basement, away from the rest of my plants, is just a regular little Monstera deliciosa, which I recently did a video on, separating multiple plants in one pot, and I placed it on a support stake. This is the Sierriana. I can't even say that. Sierriana. So these two are going to be staying together. They're not affected by any pests or anything like that, and I'm hoping to keep it that way. But it does have the Barena vertical grow light positioned like that. Now that brings us to probably my all-time favorite plant. This is my water-grown Monstera. Don't worry about the mess in the background there. I just have a bunch of blankets fresh out of the dryer. This one is absolutely massive. If you saw my Instagram post last night, I did get a new leaf, but here is thrip damage. Weird. I've been spraying this one off outside. I've also been treating it with that End-All and yeah, just a bunch of different sprays. I did cut back a couple leaves from the bottom just so these two Monsteras can get more light, because they were pretty, I guess, restricted. I have another Barena vertical light right there. They were restricted with the amount of light that they were getting. This beautiful one right here is the Monstera aurea. This is a beautiful yellow and green variety. This newest leaf, absolutely gorgeous. I'm growing this one in pawn on a moss pole, and so far it's done really, really well in pawn. Looks like it's going to be getting a new leaf here soon. We're getting a little bulgy there. This plant really didn't do anything for like months, probably close to a year. As soon as I stuck it in pawn, I think it pushed out like 2 or 3 leaves. So beautiful variegation. Obviously I want to keep the high variegation, so I need pretty much as much light as I can. I don't want to get it too close. I don't know what happened here. This looks like it just got a little bit dry. So this one of my favorites. I can't wait till it gets larger. The Monstera Maryland is very similar to this, but it has a lot more of this type of yellow variation. So something more like that, just kind of throughout the whole leaf. This is my Monstera Burl Marks Flame. This was actually a plant from Lee, from Kill This Plant. He was kind enough to send me a cutting. And same thing, besides battling thrips in its infancy, when I placed it in pawn, it just pretty much exploded with new growth. And look at this newest leaf. Again, this is something very similar to the Sierriana. Oh my goodness, I can't say that. Sierriana, where it's got these very large gaps or fenestrations, whatever you want to call them. But so yeah, beautiful plants. These are some of my favorites right now. So this area, I'm not really changing anything. So I have a lot of Epiprenum. This one, I believe, is the yellow flame, but it's reverted to just a regular green. Back here, I have the Baltic blue. Looks like a little bit of thrip damage on that. My Cebu blue, she's looking cooked. I don't know what happened with this, but the top of the plant here looks like it's pretty much crispy. It's crisped over, so I might have to restart this one. I've actually struggled with this quite a bit. Over here is just another, this is the Golden Hawaiian pothos, I believe. I got another Marble Queen back there. But I do have plans to expand my pothos collection again. I know I want to try with the Global Green, that kind of stuff. Now, I'm going to show you probably one of the most gorgeous Monstera elbow leaves ever. Like, look at this thing. What an absolutely gorgeous leaf. This one is the newest leaf. I don't think I've even seen this one yet. So quite a bit of white in it. And I always look this one over for thrips. Looking like maybe a little damage there, but I haven't found any thrips on this one. But like, what a beautiful leaf. This is one of my larger Thai constellations. It is, I'm just trying to get it back here. It's getting a new leaf right now. Doesn't look like there's any new fenestrations in it, but lots of beautiful variegation in that one. Here's another large green variety. This one is grown in soil. It looks like it's going to be needing a new repot here soon as well. But I absolutely love these plants, like gorgeous leaves. I find the one in water to be much easier to care for than the one in the green, or than the one in the soil. This is my Philodendron Tahiti. It's one of my favorite philodendrons. Like, this one's absolutely beautiful. But look at this leaf up here. So not looking the greatest. It's looking kind of spotty, yellow. And this is what I do with those types of leaves. I cut it back. So I may have to make a video down the road, something called like plants behaving badly or something like that, and just like throw a bunch of them away or chop them up, something like that. But like this one right here. This guy is really irritating me. So goodbye. And same with this one. This is, I don't even know what this is anymore, but it constantly gets deformed leaves. I don't like it. It hasn't looked good in a long time, and I honestly just feel like drop kicking it. So I'm gonna boom. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. I think I've caused enough damage for today. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it down below in the comment section. I appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching my videos. I will be providing some updates down the road, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.